miles per hour. Now this line extends all the way up into northeast Arkansas. Let's take a closer look at it right now on Max 1. If you don't mind, Raj, we'll just take this full and we'll look over Pulaski County. It looks like that warning's been allowed to drop off. It was issued not about 1:10, about 1 o'clock this morning, and since it's been allowed to drop off, that's certainly some good news. But these cells were coming together in a line not long ago, and you can see the line extends into northeast Arkansas. Let me tell you what's happening here. It's a frontal boundary. We talked about this front yesterday during the newscast. It's finally moving into central Arkansas. It's got a lot of warmth and moisture to work with, and with this frontal boundary, we are seeing quite a bit of shower and thunderstorms. And the strongest storms are in northeast Arkansas. Some thunder and lightning there. All I'm here for really is just to kind of calm your nerves if you're a little bit nervous with that severe thunderstorm warning now expiring. Certainly some good news. Still a lot of lightning with this, and there could be some hail. In fact, why don't we go to Storm Track 11, Roger? We'll take a look at Pulaski County, and the hail that I'm looking at, it's not big, 1/2 to 3/4 inch over western parts of the city. This is out toward the Martindale area. If you live out in West Little Rock, that's where we're finding the possibility of some larger hail with this severe thunderstorm. Movement is to the southeast at about 35 miles per hour. So this line is not moving quickly, but again, once the showers and thunderstorms are over with in your house, then the severe threat has pretty much come to an end, and temperatures will begin to drop off. It was awfully warm and muggy out there this evening. We had a lot of fuel, a lot of cape or storm fuel to work with as that front moved into central Arkansas. The severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect for really just a few counties here in central Arkansas until 2 o'clock in the morning. And let me show you those counties real quick, and you'll get an idea. It's just a couple of rows of counties that we're watching, and those are here in central Arkansas that include Pulaski, Lone Oak, Prairie, Woodruff, and White counties. These are the counties right here under the watch till 2 o'clock in the morning. And I think once we can get this line on through here, the severe threat will certainly die down and we won't have to worry about too much. But yeah, this has been one of those days where it was hurry up and wait, and finally beginning to see this line push on through central Arkansas. So if you're up with us this morning, we're on Facebook and YouTube, I do believe, and I'm just here to make sure that things are good with you, and that if you are up watching us, know that no tornado warning. It was a severe thunderstorm warning, and that warning now has been allowed to expire, which is certainly some good news. But I'm looking at this cell again on weather or Storm Track 11, looking at that cell become a little more significant, getting some more hail reports out over western and southwestern parts of Pulaski County. And the current movement of this cell is going to take it over the Shannon Hills area in Iron Springs. Why don't we go Storm Track 11 there, Raj? And you got it right here behind me. Yeah, here it is right here. This is the area. That 1 indicates 1-inch hail that could be detected within this thunderstorm. And anytime you've got the yellowish areas there, then we're over here at about 1 to 1 1/4 inch. So it has gone through a strengthening phase here these last few minutes. And again, certainly good news. I'm not seeing much in the way of any rotation with this as this line moves to the south. He's probably going to get a good gust of wind with that line. But certainly, as I go to our wind mode, yeah, this is what you're seeing right here. The blue, that is more of a straight line wind or more of an outflow from this thunderstorm as it moves to the southeast. Again, once it moves through your area, the weather will certainly settle down quite a bit. The severe weather threat will be over with, and you can go back to sleep and get whatever you can out of the rest of the night and early morning hours. I'm sure that the folks here at THV11 would also like to take a little nap as well. I do want to go back to Max 1 and show you a broader area with that line of storms now moving through the Cabot area north of Des Arc. It has pushed through Searcy. I think for the most part, White County, the severe weather threat has come to an end, and it certainly has come to an end up in Faulkner County. Lone Oak and Prairie County, we still have a little ways to go. This area has the stronger area of thunderstorms. This is also where the better dynamics are. Really, southwest and western Arkansas did not see much rain and thunder tonight. It's been primarily in northeast and north central Arkansas with this line of storms. And it's moving about southeast at 35. And the most intense activity right now is right over the heart of downtown Little Rock, where it's raining very heavily outside. Haven't heard a whole lot of thunder lately, but it is raining very heavily here in the capital city. not much happening elsewhere except here in central Arkansas. I do want to show you the temperature profile. This gives me an idea of where that frontal boundary is tonight, and I think it is pushed through Jonesboro, Batesville, Searcy, over to Mena. You could draw a line here. Temperatures are dropping off. Dew points also another way for us to tell where that boundary is located. And look at the tropical air, rich tropical air in central Arkansas. This is what's going to feed into some of those heavier storms as that line moves to the southeast. No worries to the northwest. Dry weather conditions in northwest Arkansas improving there as well. All right, let's do this real quick. If you don't mind, Roger, let's go back Storm Track 11 and I'll give everyone another update on what's happening. Looking at this thunderstorm moving through Pulaski County right now. I'm going to put it in motion for you and show you that it was in a line in western Pulaski County moving southeast. You see the warning box, it's diminished, but we still have a hefty thunderstorm over western areas of the city tonight. If you live along Chenal Parkway, 430, the Canis Road area, you're getting a pretty good downpour right now. You might even be getting a few, some hail out of it. Some hailstones out of it. Downtown Little Rock, it's heavy rain right now. This is going to be moving southeast. Shannon Hill, Sweet Home, and eventually Wrightsville will be affected by this strong thunderstorm, which is no longer considered severe. Let me see what the National Weather Service has to say about this. Threat for Pulaski County decreased significantly. We'll watch new development and see if it takes shape. And yeah, sometimes that happens when you have cells like this. They'll rain themselves out a bit, but then I showed you the dew points here in central Arkansas, the rich air mass that it has to feed. So it's very likely that this cell holds together as it continues southeast. Again, I think the severe weather threat for central Arkansas is certainly going to be over with here by 2 o'clock. We may see an isolated severe cell over southeast and south central Arkansas as the frontal boundary continues to move to the southeast. Let me see if I can find some more hail with this, if there's any out there to be seen. And yeah, pretty much right over the 430, 630 interchange in areas of western Little Rock right here. This is 430. These are some of those neighborhoods out to the west of 430. It looks like Sandpiper, Woodlands Edge. You've got Point West, your areas. You may be getting some hail. This would be 1-inch hail in some regards. It might even be a little bit smaller than that, depending on how much melting occurs as the hailstone drops through the cloud. I would say downtown Little Rock, if you live between I-30 and I-430, downtown Little Rock, western side of town, south of 630. Pretty good opportunity here to get some very heavy rain and some small hail with this thunderstorm, which is not severe. It has dropped off to a non-severe status. And my main focus tonight is to be with you until the threat ends. It pretty much has ended, but the cell still might perk back up here tonight. I'm sure you were awakened. Hopefully you're watching us on YouTube or even checking us out. THV11, we have an app, and with that app you can stream us or you can watch us on YouTube TV right now. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with tonight. Luckily, we didn't have too much severe weather. There were severe weather warnings over toward the Independence County area earlier tonight, but you got to better be safe than sorry with some of these thunderstorms as they move through, and that's why we're here. The main threat today was going to be damaging wind and some hail. No kiddos are afraid of thunderstorms, and I hope that that they're better about it tonight. Let's take a look at that camera shot, Roger, if you don't mind. Outside, we're looking over West Little Rock and from west here downtown, looking West Little Rock. Our View 11 is our Pelicam. And you can see some of the lightning that we have with that severe thunderstorm as it continues to move on through. It's not really severe. It's a strong thunderstorm now. It was severe when we came on. It is now no longer severe, but that's what's going on. Some heavy rain in downtown Little Rock. Might even have some small hail mixed in. Okay, so what else do we have going on tonight? That watch for those counties in central Arkansas continues. White, Woodruff, Pulaski, Lone Oak, and Prairie counties under a severe thunderstorm warning, or under a severe thunderstorm watch. And the National Weather Service looks like they have extended that warning. Okay, so they've reissued the warning. That's what it is. Okay. At 1:31, just a minute ago, National Weather Service has reissued that severe thunderstorm warning now for southwestern Lone Oak, northwestern Jefferson, east central Saline, southeastern Pulaski County, and that's the polygon right here. I was just talking about this intense cell, how it might have some hail with it, and it does. So the National Weather Service has gone forth and provided another warning, and this is going to be for really the south side of town. North Little Rock, not necessarily as much. Sherwood, Jacksonville, it's Little Rock south. East End is in the polygon all the way out to around the England area, and it's moving. The cell's moving to the southeast at about 35 miles per hour. A broken line of thunderstorms moving to the southeast. So that's what's keeping you up tonight, waking you up tonight. Winds of 60 miles per hour could be had with this, as well as quarter-sized hail, 1-inch hail, and just some of the places that will be affected. Bryant's going to be affected, southwest Little Rock, downtown Little Rock, Shannon Hills, Wrightsville, Redfield, Otter Creek, and Geyer Springs. Those are some of the areas in and around central Arkansas, the Little Rock area. So we do have another warning. It has popped up. Let's go back over to Storm Track 11, Raj, and we'll take a look at the hail. I think this is what prompted the warning to begin with. 1-inch hail getting close to the Mableville area. It looks like it's right over the Otter Creek area, the largest hail that's being detected within this thunderstorm. Other areas of concern and hail will be, I think that's near University and Asher. Canis Road, those areas might have a little hail. In terms of wind, I keep a close eye on this to make sure there's no rotation. What I'm seeing is more straight line in nature with this severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning tonight is in effect. And I didn't give you the timing of it. Let me give you the time of it. It's going to last us until 2:15 a.m., which is about 15 minutes after of which the severe thunderstorm watch is expected to be removed. All right, so that is our rotation. There's velocity, which shows us a pretty good push of wind in the red. You can come back on the monitor with me if you want, Raj, and I'll talk a little bit about this right here, how it kind of bows out here. This is where we're finding some strong wind gusts right here. So that tells me that this is more of a straight line wind pushing out and away from the thunderstorm. It's collapsing, and you've also got a pretty good hail core in there as well. So Mableville, it's going to get windy where you are. Alexander, down to Shannon Hills, and even downtown Little Rock, it looks like we might pick up some strong wind gusts with this thunderstorm. Velocity mode is our wind mode. It's what we use to detect couplets. Wind one color blowing toward, wind the other color blowing away. We know that if we've got that tightly wound up there, that helps us determine where there could be a possible tornado. This is straight line winds right now, and it's pushing to the southeast at 35 miles per hour. Max 1 will show you the line extending from Little Rock back up to Cabot, northern parts of Prairie County, going through Des Arc, McCrory over to Wynn. This is the strongest area. Notice not much happening on the southwest flank of this. You might get another shower or two around Garland County, Hot Spring County. Sheridan, you might get a little bit to your north as well. Saline County, Benton, Bryant. This is kind of the beginning point of the weather, and all of this right now is really butted up against that cold front as it pushes to the south. Severe thunderstorm warning once again. If you're joining us this morning, I'm here on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be here till 2 o'clock when that watch is canceled. I would not be surprised if we have a couple of more isolated severe thunderstorm warnings tonight, and our main concern is going to be some very large hail, some damaging wind with these storms. Let's take it a little bit closer, Raj. You can go back to the screen if you want, and I'll take you closer. We'll find out some other areas that are going to be impacted by this thunderstorm as it moves to the southeast. And a lot of lightning with it. That's an indication it's holding steady, I should say. Wish I could say that about me. That's what it looks like. That's our reflectivity mode. The brighter red colors would indicate some very heavy rain. And here's what I'll do. Let's go and see if we can find some hail. Find that hail core in there. And if we do have some hail, it's around 430, Highway 5, 67. That would be some quarter-sized hail in that area, extending from near 430 to near Geyer Springs. And so it's getting a little closer to downtown Little Rock. Our live winds, are we picking up any rotation? No, I see a little bit more in the way of some straight line winds, not some turning winds with this, but a very strong updraft that's able to produce some large hail cannot be ruled out. Quarter-sized hail or even possibly larger than that. And the orange, that is the polygon. Let me take it out a little bit so you can see just from perspective what we're talking about with that warning that does cover Pulaski, part of Lone Oak, northern sliver of Jefferson County, and that warning is in effect until 2:15 this morning. Live radar we go. Now with that, we have the line extending into eastern and northeastern Arkansas from near Wynne to McCrory, Des Arc, Hickory Plains, northern parts of Prairie County, maybe not far from the Hazen area, Hazen, Carlisle. This line of cells is probably going to affect you if you're watching us tonight, this morning. You're up if you heard the thunder in the distance. But the most intense thunderstorm currently in Arkansas is in central Arkansas over Pulaski County right now, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 2:15 this morning. I'm just looking over some stuff here. You folks at home watching YouTube and Facebook, just doing a little poking around, taking a look at maybe something that may be new with this severe thunderstorm. It's holding together. They go through a period where they cycle up and down, and this one is cycling back up, and it prompted the warning from the National Weather Service. And it's raining very heavily outside in the weather garden. I would imagine the garden is flooding right now. Again, once we see an end to the rain at your place, that's pretty much it. Let's go back to Storm Track 11. I've got this into motion, and you'll see once again where the severe thunderstorm warning polygon is located on Storm Track, Roger. I'm going to pull up our temperature and dew point profile on Max 1 just to take a look there and see if the front has made any more inroads. That's Storm Track 11. There's that intense thunderstorm. It's severe. It's moving through Pulaski County, and it's moving to the southeast at 35 miles per hour. Shannon Hills, Wrightsville, Sweet Home. Soon Scott will be impacted with some strong wind gusts, possibly a little hail. Western Pulaski County, West Little Rock is now improving. Looks like the cell is falling apart just a bit here around the I-30 area, I-30 and Otter Creek. North of Salem, there's another little pop-up there that is coming together. Oh, and you heard the thunder here. A couple of more showers near Benton, Bryant, Magnet Cove, and the activity up toward Jacksonville this morning. The strongest storm in Pulaski County. Want to know where the front is? Well, back on Max 1, I'll tell you that I think that boundary is through about the northwestern half of the state. If you live in Conway, if you live over in Perryville, really if you live in Garland County and Hot Springs, I think the severe weather threat is over with as the drier air continues to move in. Northern Arkansas, looking at temperatures in the 50s, so more stable air here, but still rather warm and humid to our south and east with dew points running in the 70s. So there will be an opportunity of seeing a strong thunderstorm or two over southeast Arkansas. And this is the way the map looks now. That front now is just to the west of Little Rock. It has moved through Jonesboro, Searcy, Hot Springs, and DeQueen, so we can push it a little farther to the south, but dew points in the 70s this time of year. I'm glad that we didn't have all the ingredients necessary. Some upper level shear was missing with this, and that's a good thing. It could have been a severe weather event. Instead, it was just a few strong thunderstorms producing some hail and possibly some wind gusts of around 45 to 50 miles per hour. I'm going to check some information from the National Weather Service and see what they are saying tonight. National Weather Service, of course, always keeping us up to date as we try to keep you up to date out there too. And let's see. I'm going to ask our social media, Ryan Reynolds, if you can hear me, why I can't see the video on our Facebook page, so that there might be some folks that have a question or two that I can answer while this warning is ongoing. So I'll let him get back with me on that. And we can go back to Storm Track 11. Let's follow this storm on Storm Track 11. Severe thunderstorm warning for Pulaski County, a little sliver there of Jefferson County. Okay, it's back behind me here now. All right. That polygon, the yellow polygon, That's a severe thunderstorm warning, winds of 60 miles per hour. Possibility of 1-inch hail with this storm. The most intense area of it now is almost over downtown Little Rock, with a little trail off here towards Salem, Shannon Hills, north of Bryant. So it could be redeveloping a little bit more to the south and to the southwest. I'm going to pull up the counties that are in the watch. There's only a handful of counties that are still in this watch, and a lot of it is because of what you see behind me here. And if you want to, you can go back to Max 1, Raj, and we'll talk about those counties. White County, Woodruff, Prairie, Lone Oak, and Pulaski. And this polygon is the severe thunderstorm warning in Pulaski County. Okay, Ryan's telling me, all right, I don't see it. Are you? Is it on? It's a THV11 Facebook page, right? Okay, I don't see the video. Okay, well, that's fine. I would have interacted with folks if I could see, but I cannot. Let me refresh the page and see if that helps. And that may be it. There we go. Refresh the page. I'm wide awake, Carlin. I'm wide awake. I knew it was coming. All right, Carlin, give it just a few more minutes. Jody, I know thunderstorms are scary. BB is BB good. I hope. Let's see. Yeah, I think BB is good. I think the storms are now well to your south, Hope. Hailing in southwest Little Rock. Melinda, thank you so much. Yeah, that hail core. We'll go back to storm track 11. We'll take a look at that hail core. Let me pull it up here. And there you go. Here's Shannon Hills. Right there, Shannon Hills. 1-inch hail. The cell is dying down and firing back up. So there you go. There's the hail core near Shannon Hills, and that is just south of 30. So that's a Geyer Springs, Shannon Hills area, and that's moving to the southeast. So it's going to clip east end over to Wrightsville. Could be 1 inch in diameter, might be a little bit smaller than that. Pardon me. I've got to grab a little bit of water. Actually, a little cup of coffee there. Need coffee on a night like tonight. And I think that really the threat from here on out is going to be the hail and the wind, not necessarily a big tornado threat today. There was a lot of energy, a lot of juice out there. All right, Hope, you are welcome. Let's see if we can answer a few more comments here from folks. All righty. When will it stop in southwest Little Rock? Okay, Jody, probably give it another 10, 15, 20 minutes. Marion, Arkansas, Crittenden County. Hey, Jeff, good morning. Hey, Tim, or Tom, whatever you want to call me. How much rain do we expect? I wouldn't be surprised on a cell like this. You'd probably get a quick inch of rain, maybe a little bit more, a little less, but quite a bit of it. Crazy out there in West Little Rock. I have a flood in my front yard. Yeah, Susan, I'm not surprised. Again, lots of moisture. Those dew points being very high today in the lower 70s. There's a lot of water in the air, and it's raining out right now. That front is wringing it all out, and you could have a little hail with it, but mainly it's some very heavy rainfall. Cynthia, Pine Bluff, still got a little ways to go before that line, if it holds together, makes it to Pine Bluff. Let me pull up. Yeah, I mean, you still have a ways to go, probably. And again, it's a big if it holds together. It looks like it might. That part would just graze the northeastern quadrant of Jefferson County, probably around 2:30. I would say 2:30 for Pine Bluff. No rain in Fort Smith. Sorry about that. Would have helped to wash out some of the pollen there, Christopher. Cynthia, that's why we're here, to help you out. All right, who else has a comment or a question? I'm going to stay with this until the warning expires, or they expire the warning from the National Weather Service. Severe thunderstorm warning until 2:15 for parts of Pulaski County and a little part of Jefferson County. We've got a cell moving to the southeast at 35 miles per hour. It's over Little Rock right now, and it is raining heavily outside. I say most of what I'm doing here in Little Rock because this is the most intense thunderstorm that we have currently in Arkansas. And that yellow box is the severe thunderstorm warning. It would help if I'd stop it. There we are. So you can get an idea. Here's Redfield, county line, Jefferson County. So just a little part of Jefferson, a little part of Lone Oak, mainly Pulaski County. Looks like a little piece of Saline County too. Heaviest part of this thunderstorm, strongest part of the thunderstorm is now moving over the 530-30 split, and it is moving to the southeast. Other storms lining up along I-40 near Carlisle, Des Arc, Cotton Plant, even Duval's Bluff will be getting some big rain here shortly. Shannon Hills, thank you, Roger. Shannon Hills, that's where I saw the, well, let me go back over here. Not a problem. We'll zoom in to Shannon Hills and take care of you tonight. Give me just a second. Normally Nathan Scott's in this position. Man works magic. He's like a rock and roll star in operating all of this equipment. All right, let's go to Shannon Hills on Max 1. And we can still see quite a bit of lightning with this cell. Pretty strong thunderstorm, and still a severe thunderstorm warning. And you can see it's moving to the southeast. There's Sweet Home, Iron Springs. If you know where Shannon Hills is located in that general area, with the lightning, let me turn it off real quick and we'll pick up some areas. You've got the Walmart out near Baseline Road in Mablevale. Looks like the heaviest rain if you live out near that area. It's okay. Thank you, Raj. Sweet Home, heavy rain occurring where you are. Alexander along I-30 extending down to Bryant, Bauxite, and even Benton. Those W's are Walmarts and the D's are Dollar Generals. If you know where those locations are, where you live, then you know those storms are close by you. That is a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, Bryant, Benton, and really Bauxite, you're not in the severe thunderstorm warning. But the part of the storm that really has the greatest concern is the part right there near Mablevale, south of Geyer Springs. That's where Shannon Hills, close to Shannon Hills, that orange dot would be hail of around an inch. Let's see if we can get this to work for us tonight. Yeah, 1 inch hail. That meets severe criteria. Quarter-sized or 1 inch hail is what fires off a severe thunderstorm warning. That or 60-mile-per-hour winds or both, if you were curious. And we talk about these warnings. A tornado warning means this, and a severe thunderstorm warning means that. There you go. That's what that means tonight. No power outside of the BB city limits. Could have had some wind through there, Miss Brianna. Sorry about that. Cabot looks like it's good to go. Jacksonville up to Cabot. Cabot's fine. Jacksonville, the tail end of storms. Really along the 167 corridor from Cabot up to McRae, Searcy, Jensonia, Bald Knob. You guys are fine. This line of storms is now shifting into east central Arkansas and is more likely to affect Lone Oak, Prairie, Monroe counties, eventually Arkansas and Jefferson counties tonight. I'm going to look at if we have any turning motion. Nope, looks like it's just more of a straight line wind event. We'll take it. And also some hail. Yeah, some hail is what we're also dealing with. And it looks like the area of hail to be concerned with, or the area of Pulaski County, is at the Saline-Pulaski County line, not far from Shannon Hills. Mablevale, Landmark, Iron Springs. You could get some pretty sizable hail out of this. Let me pull it up again. And there you go. So you've got the possibility of hail of quarter-sized or a little bit smaller, upwards of maybe golf ball sized near the Windermere area. Parkers, and down Landmark, this area drifting to the southeast. Okay, there you go. Saline County. Yeah, Shannon Hills is on the Saline County. We just talked about that. And this is going to move through quick. Give it 30, 45 minutes. The rain will turn off. The air mass will start to dry out overnight tonight. I know I don't like these things. If we have them on a Friday night, you can sleep in a little the next day, but you get them on a Monday, Tuesday night, then it kind of wrecks your week. I understand completely, trust me. This is the only cell we have. This is the one that is the one that of most concern here in Pulaski County, large population area, Saline County, Pulaski County. The warning also now down into Jefferson County. If you're up watching us in Jefferson County and Pine Bluff and Whitehall, Redfield, probably within the next 45 minutes to an hour with the speed of this storm, it will begin to affect you. Some heavy rainfall and some hail. Yeah, Jody, just lightning and thundering. Okay, well, good. Okay, folks, got a little bit longer on this, I think. It looks like maybe did they take it? No, it's still there. Okay. Let me see what the Weather Service has to say about this storm. They're going to continue this severe thunderstorm warning. Probably going to let it expire itself out. Going to follow the path of that polygon that we have right there. Excuse me. Been a long one today. I would like to thank our director, Roger, who's been here for a long time today. The guy on the other end of the social media button, Ryan Reynolds. Yes, the Ryan Reynolds, not the artificial one out in Hollywood, the real one, who made sure that we were able to get up on Facebook tonight, and also on YouTube if you happen to be watching from those platforms. We're just here to make sure that you know what's going on in the Pulaski County area. There's the polygon for the severe thunderstorm warning. It does include Little Rock, Geyer Springs, Sweet Home, these areas, but really most of the action is down south of Geyer Springs. Moving to the southeast will impact the Wrightsville area. And I think it has stopped raining outside. You keep on looking at that. I'm going to take a look outside. I think I'm going to take a look outside. Roger, you locked me out. There we go. Yep, the rain is backed off, but we got the weather garden's flooded. We got a lot of rain in the garden. It'll take a while for that to drain off. Really no new information here. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for southwestern Lonoke, northwestern Jefferson, Saline, and Pulaski counties until 2:15 a.m. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And the blue blob you're looking at right there, looks like the hail is starting to come down in size. That is a hail core that we can pull up on radar. Let me go back to our regular old radar, and we'll find out what's going on and all the lightning and thunder and really kind of an interesting shape there. How it kind of bows out here in another little area here. There could be some pretty strong winds, and there's a little area right there that we were talking about, that colorization, that purple reflectivity color would pretty much indicate where the hail could be within this thunderstorm. And it's just creeping. 35-mile-per-hour movement to the southeast will cover up a part of southern Pulaski County. Looks like it has changed a bit. Looks like it has shifted with that area here. Let's see what they've done. Yeah, they continue the warning, but they've carved it back just a little bit. But it's still for Jefferson, Lonoke, Pulaski, and Saline. And not all of Lonoke, just this little wedge over here in the southwestern part of Lonoke and a little triangle of northern Jefferson County. It'll take a little while for that to make its way down there. I'm going to take us back just a little ways here. For those of you that are curious and watching this morning, moving through northern Lonoke County, Prairie, Woodruff counties, and now eastern Arkansas. Looks like it's, I have to look at my little cheat sheet here. Looks like Cross and St. Francis counties. That's where the line is moving. That's right ahead of the frontal boundary. It continues to push to the south and east. So this is going to take a little while to get through. Made the commitment to be here until the watch was lifted, and that's coming up here at 2 o'clock unless the Weather Service extends it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did go ahead and extend it for a part of the morning hours for southeast Arkansas. But the strongest storm is now in south central Pulaski County. Looks like a little bit of an appendage south of 30 near the Benton Bryant area, along I-530 between Little Rock and Pine Bluff. Jefferson County, you're in the warning until 2:15 as well. Let's see if we can answer a few more questions. It's raining again. Okay. No, ma'am, Brianna, no tornado sirens, just heavy rain. Heavy rain tonight with these thunderstorms. Is North Little Rock in the clear? Jamie, yes, go to bed. You are cleared out, North Little Rock, and that is certainly some good news. Okay, there we are. And if you're joining us and you have a question, I'm happy to answer a question if you have one to ask. Let me bring you the latest with this cell. It is currently 1:58, and I'm also trying to keep an eye on whether or not they extend a part of that severe thunderstorm watch, so I'll do that as well. Hey, Faye, good morning. Hailing in Little Rock. Yes, it has been hailing. Thank you very much for that report. And oh, by the way, if you have a picture you'd like to share, I would appreciate it. You can put it on this post right here on Facebook, or you can text it along to 501-376-1111. You know, it's one of the ways that you're the eyes and the ears of the community. We depend on you to send us your photos. So send those our way, share them. We'd love it. Tell us who you are, where you're from. And if I had an extra hand here tonight, I would plaster it up on this screen behind me. You know, remember the various ways, not just here, Facebook and YouTube, lots of ways to receive severe weather information. You've heard us talk about the app, THV11 app. You can, I think tonight, I said you can download it from the what did I say, Roger? From the Verizon store. It's from the Android store, right? Android and Apple iTunes. Yeah, you know, that was just weird. But you can download the app. You can turn on notifications. You can turn on the severe toggles that will warn you at night, severe and tornado. And the other thing too is, like right now on our app, we're streaming live, so you can check in live. Let's say that you lose power, but you still have power on your phone. That's one way to keep up with the weather. And anytime we have weather events like this, somebody's here. They're behind the scenes. We like to call it babysitting radar, but sometimes that's what it takes. And also don't forget about another item called Weather Call. Text the word call to 501-376-1111. This is really helpful overnight. When you have these events, you're asleep. What's going to happen is the service will call you. You'll hear my voice when you answer the phone, and I'll say there's a severe thunderstorm warning with winds of this, or a tornado warning, take cover immediately. So it's going to call you. It'll not only call your cell phone, it will call your landline. You'll also get text messages. And here's the cool thing about it is, you know, how many times have we been in a situation where tornado warning is in effect for a county, and the whole county is alerted by the tornado sirens? Well, if you live within this polygon, and if you have weather call, you're the ones that are only being notified in that polygon, which means folks on the outside of it are not going to be awakened by some strange phone call. But you folks here in that polygon, severe thunderstorm warning tonight with large hail and wind, would get a call. And it's really cool. It's just one more layer of keeping you safe. That's all. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning continues. It's 2:01. I'm going to see if the Weather Service real quick has extended. If you have an Android device, here's the link to download. Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot, Ryan. Appreciate that, the Android thing. Let's see if they have canceled the watch. I have to go back up a couple of graphics. Bear with me. And the watch has been allowed to expire, but what sticks out behind me is that warning. So that's actually some good news that they are not going to extend the watch, because it's just isolated at this point of the night. And I am going to check and see if the Storms Prediction Center says we're going to issue another watch. No mesoscale discussions. Okay, that's great. Current watches. I think that's it for the watches tonight. At least I hope so. Okay, that's certainly some good news, but we'll keep it here. And let's go back to Storm Track 11, and I'll take us a little closer to the action. Looks like if you live in Iron Springs, between Parkers and Iron Springs, you've got a big hail core here. 1-inch hail or larger, and just north of East End. Here's the split. I call it the split to Sheridan. Those of you that know where that is on 530, it's getting awfully close there. And Wrightsville, just to your west, is another secondary core, hail core. Going to keep a close eye on that. And again, tonight, the hail size 1, maybe upwards of 2 inches is possible. And the other item is 60 mile per hour winds. Trying to pull radar back up, but that's the hail that's occurring out there. Guess I can go over here and do this. Trying to work fast at 2:03 in the morning. Please forgive me. But there you go. Now there's the line. A severe thunderstorm right here through Pulaski County, Jefferson County. Hasn't been extended just yet. But let's talk a little bit about this. Shannon Hills, improving conditions. Bryant, Benton, Salem, Haskell, Traskwood, Ferndale, downtown Little Rock, Sherwood, Jacksonville, Cabot, all good. Scott, some heavier showers near you. Woodson, Wrightsville, eventually England, down to Redfield, Jefferson, and Pine Bluff. If this line holds together, 2:30, 2:45, it will be near those locations and could provide some good wind gusts or even some hail. Yeah, and I think Destiny says it's been pretty fast moving. I think a lot of the reason for that is it's not a big area. It's not a wide swath of thunderstorms. It's actually relatively thin. And right behind it is that frontal boundary pushing it on through. It's taken a while. I really thought that it would be closer to southeast Arkansas by this time. Yep, heavy rain and hail around the Iron Springs area. Sonia, if you can hear me, and you can turn on a light outside and take a picture of that hail, I would appreciate it. And maybe just put it there underneath your heading. We'd like to see that. All right, Tim. Yep. Okay. Tim, thanks a lot. Pretty much just stopped at Parker's on Atwood Road. So certainly some good news there. Zoom in a little closer. There's Parker's. And there's Iron Springs. The young lady was talking about, Sonia was talking about Iron Springs. And there's Iron Springs. Hail core around Parker's, from Parker's to Iron Springs, 1. That little triangle indicates 1 inch hail. Wrightsville, if you live over toward the Wrightsville area. East End, if you're up in East End this morning, it's getting ready to get loud where you are. Same for Wrightsville, as that line is now drifting to the southeast. But the threat has come to an end in Little Rock downtown. It's now just to our south. Thank you. Text your photos to 501-376-1111. Thank you very much. I wish I could see all of the comments, but I'm not able to see all of them. But I know how folks are. I used to be this way, staying up late at night. Thunderstorms come through, make you a little nervous. So why not jump on our social platforms and just talk about it a little bit tonight, and make sure that everybody is safe. Here's the line moving through central Arkansas. Storm track 11. It's just one more of our ways to provide you with what's going on in the world of weather there. Let's see. Let me go a little broader here, just to show you here. There might be 1 or 2 folks on there that live out toward the Des Arc area. Four City, Des Arc. Let's see. Wynn is good. Augusta, Searcy, really Lone Oak is good. Once the line moves through your location, you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the night. But I know there's some anxiety out ahead of that line. Pine Bluff, still a ways away from you, as it's going to probably be around Pine Bluff at 2:30, 2:45 this morning. And the broken line continues out and down around the Malvern area. But all, I think, all in all, I think the front is now pushing through the Little Rock area. Okay, let's see if we can answer a few more questions here. Dakota, it's here in East End, LOL. I would say so. It's right over you. Might be getting a little bit of hail out of that, Dakota. There it is. And East End is right there, just barely inside that polygon. And you could probably take the polygon a little farther to the south and west. See if there's any other. Okay. Well, the watch has been expired for Lone Oak, Prairie, Pulaski, White, and Woodruff at 2:04. So no more watch, thankfully. Let's see. I wonder if they're going to extend it. Let's hope not. Let's let some folks get some sleep. I can deal with some thunderstorm activity at night. Is good for sleeping, but not if it's got big hail and strong winds. Thunderstorms are over with over here in Vimy and Shannon Hills area. Okay, Tracy. Jody, I think you can go to bed now. I think the weather is over with where you are. Ashley, Hot Springs. Hot Springs is in the clear, Ashley. Okay. And this line is moving through Pulaski County. We broaden it just a bit so we can get an idea. There's downtown Little Rock. Here's Little Rock, Sweet Home. There's Wrightsville. Bryant and Benton over here to the southwest. And the line is now south of the Bryant-Benton area on I-30. Much better improvement there. Lone Oak, Carlisle along I-40. Still a few showers there. Scott down to Keogh. And just a few rain showers. The heaviest activity now is moving through the Wrightsville area. Oh no, Stephen says, we have a tree down on the house. I'm sorry, Stephen. Hate to hear that. That was one of the things tonight, that you get a strong enough wind gust that could happen. And that's in the East End Landmark area. Thank you, Stephen, for providing that information. East End. See, there you go. Yep, right here. So it's entirely possible to get some wind damage with this. You're welcome. I will tell you this, that I'm going to stay here and ride out this morning. We've got another 5 or 6 minutes with this severe thunderstorm warning in Pulaski County. Then I'm going to call it a night. Tracy Bean will be in at 2:30. We might see each other walking out the door, and Tracy will keep you up to date. She may jump on here if it warrants. We will inform our producers about the damage, about the trees being blown down around the East End area. Iron Spring lost power at 1:45. Okay, thank you for that. So I wish we could pull up a power. Roger, if you want to pull that up, pull up the Entergy page there, and we'll find out who's lost power. Roger's our director. He's multifaceted. He can do anything. He's a huge music fan, and he and I have been talking about music tonight. There's a line, and so while he's doing that, I do want to go back and show the line that's moving through eastern and central Arkansas, and it's taken a while to get here. The northern part of this line did spawn a severe thunderstorm over in Independence County earlier tonight. That cell is well out of the way, but this is kind of the after effect of it, that line extending into central Arkansas. And if you look closely, there's a little bit of an outflow area here, and I think that's where the front is, and it's pushing everything to the south. Certainly some good news as we see the weather threat come to an end here in central Arkansas. Little over 2,200 people, a little under 2,300 folks are without power in Arkansas right now. Thank you, Roger. That's Pulaski County, looks like Prairie County as well. 2,300 without power. Grant County, Tammy, okay. Every time storms are going on, you can never get info on Grant County. Okay, well, right now, the storms are in northern Grant County. If you, goodness, I'm so sorry to see that, Tammy. The line is getting close to Grant County. It's not severe. It's strong, but not severe. The worst part of this line is in Pulaski County. You see all of that lightning concentrated right there, and notice around it there's really not much lightning anywhere else except up here north of Duval's Bluff, between Duval's Bluff and Brinkley. This is the strongest part of the thunderstorm. What's moving into northern Grant County is not severe or strong, but could be strengthening. It's the area that's along 530 that is moving around 530 and 167, what I like to call the split to Sheridan. That area is drifting to the southeast in southern Pulaski County and will move into northern Jefferson County. Soon, the Weather Service will either continue this warning or they'll let it go. I think there's a good chance they're going to extend the warning. The warning will expire at 2:15. The plan is to let that happen and go with an SPS for the time being, which means they're going to a special weather statement on this warning. So that could be it. Let's hope. Man, I hope so. And everybody can go back to bed. So we want to thank Jeff at the National Weather Service for providing that information for us tonight. Tracy, you have a great morning as well. All right, 2,300 folks without power in Arkansas. Not surprised. Some strong wind gusts. And some hail. Had a couple of hail reports there. So this is what we have. For those of you joining us, it's 2:13. We're going to call it a morning here at 2:15 since the National Weather Service is not going to extend this warning. But just know if you live in Jefferson County, if you live in northern Grant County, you're going to have some strong thunderstorms, which could have some wind, 40, 50, possibly up to 60 miles per hour, and some hail is possible with these thunderstorms moving to the southeast as the night progresses. So the severe weather threat is coming to an end. The watches have been allowed to expire. And Tracy Bean will be here at 2:30, and I might see her on the way out, and I'll tell her to pop on and keep you up to date until the morning show begins at 4:30. And I'll be back this afternoon at about 1 o'clock. So we'll keep it here. We got another minute and a half, another minute or so. Cherie, thank you. Tammy, you too. What about Malvern? Diana jumps in with Malvern. I do think that the threat for Malvern is over, Diana. There might be a pop-up shower there, but the frontal boundaries pretty much along I-30 and 67, 167. Not looking at anything that's other than a strong thunderstorm for the rest of the night that could produce some hail. And here's Malvern. There's a couple of cells there. Northern Grant County. This is southern Saline, Jefferson County, and there goes the warning. Okay, folks. Thank you. I hope we've helped you a little bit tonight with some information about the thunderstorms. Everybody, have a safe rest of your night. Tracy Bean will be along at 2:30 this morning. And if we have more warnings, especially moving down toward the Jefferson County area, we want to make sure you're safe and know what's coming at you. I will say, again, what sticks out is this area, this thunderstorm moving out of southern Pulaski into northern Jefferson. That's the strongest thunderstorm that we have in the state right now that could provide some hail and some strong wind gusts. Thank you for joining us tonight on our YouTube platform and Facebook. Everybody have a great night, stay safe, and hope you get some sleep for the rest of the night. Take care.